In this lesson, we're going to be focusing on simplifications of algebra. We'll be solving questions from the simpler ones to the tougher ones. So let's start with this one that is on the screen right now. We're given 4x squared y over 2x. We have to simplify this. So 4x squared y can be written as 4 times x times y over 2 times x for the purpose of understanding. So at this point, one of the x here and one of the x here will cancel. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So at the numerator, we have 2 times x times y, which is 2xy, and then nothing is left at the denominator. So this becomes the answer to this question. So let's simplify x plus 3x. So x plus 3x is simply equals to 4x. If the variables are the same, then you go ahead and add or subtract as the case may be. Here, the coefficient of x is 1, so 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. Then you pick one of the x. So let's simplify this. You have x into x plus y. So it's already in factor form, but we're going to expand it. So let's FOIL. X times x is equals to x squared, then plus x times y is equals to x, y. So this is the answer to this question. So let's solve x squared plus 4x over x, and then find the value at x is equals to 2. So then we are going to factor out x from the numerator. If you do that, x squared divided by x is equals to x plus 4x divided by x is equals to 4, then over x. This and this will cancel. We'll be left with only x plus 4. Then at x is equals to 2, we're going to substitute x with 2. We have 2 plus 4. This is going to be equals to 6. And then this is the answer to this question. Let's solve xy squared minus x squared y over xy, and then evaluate it at 1 and 2. Let's factor out what's common between xy squared and x squared y. What do you think is common there? Okay, x is here, y is here, y is here. So you can say that x and y are common. So let's factor out x and y. So xy squared divided by xy, x here will cancel x here, then we'll be left with only y, right? Then minus x squared y divided by xy, we're going to be left with only x. So this simply means with x times y over x times y, this and this will cancel, this and this will cancel, be left with only y. That's how we got this y here. Then for this x, we have x times y over x times y. This and this will cancel, this and this will cancel, we'll be left with only x. That's how we got it here. Alright, then we have over x, y. This and this will cancel, we'll be left with y minus x. We also evaluate it at 1 and 2. Here, x is 1 and y is 2. So y is equals to 2 minus x is 1. 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. Then this is the answer to this question. Let's simplify and hence evaluate this 4x squared minus 2xy multiplied by x plus y over x. So we're going to evaluate it at 4 and 1. So that is when x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 1, we have to find the value of this thing. So let's start with the numerator. What is common between this and this? Between 4x squared and minus 2x squared, sy rather. So 2x is common here, right? Yeah, 2x is common here. So 4x squared divided by 2x. So 4 times x divided by 2 times x. This and this will cancel. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we're left with 2x, then minus 2xy, 2 times x times y divided by 2x. 2 and 2 will cancel, x and x will cancel, we'll be left with only y. So we have y here. Then we also have x plus y here. Then over x. X and x here will cancel. Then we'll be left with 2 multiplied by 2x minus y multiplied by x plus y. Yeah, then we're going to evaluate this at x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 1. So let's go ahead and substitute. So we have 2 times 4, or let me just write it here. 2 times 4 minus y is 1, then into 4 plus 1. So we have 2 into 2 times 4 is 8, 8 minus 1 is 7, then multiplied by 4 plus 1 is 5. So 2 times 7 is 14, 14 times 5 is equals to 70. So 70 is the answer to this question. Let's solve this. 8wz minus 2w square over w minus 4z. So what is common between the numerator? 8wz minus 2w square. So 2w is common here. So we write 2w into 8wz divided by 2w. So we have 8 times w times z divided by 2w. This and this will cancel. 8 divided by 2 is equals to 4. So we left with 4z, then minus 2w squared divided by 2w is simply equal to w, then over w minus 4z. Nothing is common here. 2w into 4z minus w over w minus 4z. If you look at this and this, you know they are similar, but not exactly similar, but you can make two of them to be exactly similar. Here you have 4z minus w, here you have w minus 4z, right? Now if you factor out -1 from the numerator, you can turn it to be the one, exactly the one at the denominator. So let's factor out. You have 2w, let's factor out -1, then reverse the signs. Negative w will be positive w, and then plus 4z will be minus 4z. This will be over divided by w minus 4z. So as you can see, they are now common or similar. This and this will cancel. We'll be left with minus 1 times 2w is minus 2w. So this is the answer to this question. So let's simplify this. We have 2xy over 3 plus 4y over 2x. So what's the SM of 3 and 2x? So the SM is 6x. So we write 6x. 3 divided by 6x is equals to 2x. 2x times 2xy is equals to 4x square y. Then plus 6x divided by 2x is equals to 3. 3 times 4y is equals to 12y. So is there anything common between these denominators? Yeah, 4y is common here. So let's factor out 4y. 4x square y divided by 4y. This 4 and this y will cancel. We'll be left with x square. Then plus 12y divided by 4y. We're left with 3. Then over 6x. So 4 divided by 2 is equals to 2. 6 divided by 2 is equals to 3. Then the final answer is equals to 2 multiplied by x squared plus 3 over 3x. So this is the answer to this question. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the post notification bell so that each time I post a new video, you'll be the first to watch it. See you in my next video.